although I'm still partly congested and coughing up stuff, I don't feel sick anymore. I feel pretty good. And so I don't think it'll be too much longer. I was thinking I was feeling really good, and then this morning I was coughing up blood, and then now I haven't coughed up blood. I've coughed up a lot of stuff today, and it just feels like I've almost finished coughing it all up. I think I'm gonna be okay. So overall, it's a pretty good day. This sweat out of my eyes. I think it's about 4 o'clock, about 5 o'clock when I get to Alamo. Geiger's shop will be closed. So, I guess I'm just going to have to order the part. I don't know if I'll be able to get off work in time to get the parts going. Still haven't figured out how much time I got to pay that tag light ticket either. I think I remember Brittany saying that she gets off of work at 2 today. So I think she's already off working at home. I also think there was something I'm supposed to get at the store, and I don't remember what it is. Also, I got a load of wood with me. Some of it I could use to fix some stuff around the house. But I'll probably burn a lot of it in the wood stove. A lot of times I take it to my property to dump to use it there. But a lot of this stuff is small pieces, and there's some big old ducks up on it. And a lot of this is short pieces or just pieces that'd be easy to burn in the wood stove. They're gonna drop the whole load off at the house. But I don't want to go to town no more tonight. Not with the way the police are, so whatever I'm going to get, I need to get before I get to the house. I think I need to stop and give the ducks water. I need to stop and get some water. Not ducks. I just saw ducks, so I said ducks. I was meaning chickens. What are you doing, my guy? Hello. I am off work, and I'm just stopping to water my chickens, and I'm just going home. I think I'll unload the back of the pickup truck full of scrap wood. Maybe I'm gonna burn it in the wood stove over the winter. Cut down on the cost of heating some. I need something to drink, but ain't no way I'm stopping at McCord's. Not anything against McCord's, it's a good store. It's just where it's at this intersection. It is hot. You'll be sitting there forever waiting to be able to get back out onto the road. So I'd rather just wait 30 minutes. Just drive all the way to Atlanta. Stop at Mount Vernon or something. I noticed that Israeli flag that used to always be in Mount Vernon, they took it down. It's probably a sign of the times. I'm at Hunter's granddaddy today because we went to 3 different. It's almost always these kind of customers too. All of the customers that are like, hurry up, when can you be here? When can you be here? Those are the customers that when you get to the job site, they're not ready. They don't have it framed out. They got all kind of stuff in the way. It's like, I think they think if they tell you they need it here today, you'll be here in 2 months or something. So they go ahead and say they're ready for the job, and they keep aggravating, saying, get down here, get down here. And then they're not ready. Another thing is, if Eddie Lugo says something's framed out, don't believe that. Not for no garage door. I bet he could do 1,000 more garage doors and still not know how to frame out a garage door. Maybe I'm not supposed, I don't know. I don't remember what all was in the employee handbook. I don't think I said anything about that. I wouldn't say stuff about contractors that we work with. My goodness, it's always Eddie Lugo. It's always him. But anyway, we went to one, and the ceiling's so high we'd need like 15-foot long pieces of backhang to hang the garage door. They really want to get a roll-up door there, not a garage door. We go to another place, same thing. They got it steel framed out. And that would be okay if we had self-tappers. We could just lag it into the steel frame. But then when we put up the motor rail, we're going to need somewhere to mount that to, and nothing's there to mount it to. And the other building, it doesn't have a ceiling, and the roof is so high up. It'd be ridiculous to try to just hang it up there with backhang that distance. And these I mean, it could probably be done, but it probably shouldn't be. Then what was wrong with that other job site? We went to 3 different places. There's just a lot of people. We went to all the people that's been complaining the most, that are in a hurry, that are rushing us. And not a single one of those people was ready for the job to be done. We could have probably went to the other people that aren't complaining, and they'd have probably been ready. So after that, we just went to the landfill. There's a bunch of crows at the landfill flying lower to the ground than I normally ever see crows flying. And I think it's just so they could get a better look to see if there's food anywhere. I don't know. We went to the landfill and just dumped, scrap insulation and scrap wood. And went to Hunter's granddaddy. That's like the boss's son. So it's like the boss's daddy's house. Tore down a fence. Some little buildings getting torn down. And we was just demoing and then just throwing away all that stuff in the trailer. We just made several trips to the landfill after none of the jobs were ready. Gabe's out of his woman's had some kind of surgery, and he isn't able to lift anything heavy or move around, so he's at home taking care of her, his daughter, till she gets better. So it's been me and Hunter. I think it's going to be that way this whole week working. There's some workplace bullying today now. It was a safe workspace, but not no more. Sam's getting out of his car. Hunter says, I never seen nobody with a head that big and so little knowledge. And Sam said, I ain't never seen nobody with a beard that big and a face that small. And ain't nobody mad at anybody though. Do you like golf? I've never really played golf. I hit a golf ball off of a tee one time, and I was nervous that I was gonna miss it. And my little sister was there when she was maybe 4 years old, and she said, I know you can do it, Paul. And then I was like, I can't miss now. I gotta. And I got lucky, I guess, because I really didn't know what I was doing. But no, I haven't really played golf. Me and my brothers one time when we were kids, we took a bat, like a baseball bat, and we held the big end of it, and we hit this little, it might have been a golf ball, or it might have been it might have been a baseball, I don't know. We had dug some holes in the yard with post hole diggers, and that was as close to golf as we came. We were just holding it like the bat, like in our hand like this, keeping our hands straight, and just boom, hitting the little end on the handle on the ball and sending it, and trying to knock it into the different holes. But there is a golf course not that far from where I live. It ain't like I got some extra money to go buy up a bunch of clubs or something right now. So I'm talking a long time to answer that question, because I would answer the question, yes, I like golf. I think I would like golf. But then that might be misleading. You might think that I know something about golf and how to play golf and play golf. if I said that. And I won't just say no, because all my little golf substitute games was pretty fun. So I probably would like it. I just ain't never really played golf. Let's see. Oh, you like gold? I do like gold. I think gold is better than paper money. It's better to have gold. I think gold's a better store of value. I like that it conducts electricity so well. I like that it's so reflective. Oh wait, no. You said gold but meant golf. And then it says, that same person? Yeah, it is. Okay. So the answer to that is, well, to your first question, do I like gold? Yes, I do like gold. As a hedge against inflation, and also as a bartering tool. So I guess I like golf. I like gold. I don't really wear jewelry too much. I ain't really that big into jewelry, but as a store of value, as a protection against inflation, I like gold. And I like gold better than Bitcoin, because any transaction made with Bitcoin is a trace transaction. So if you buy or sell anything with Bitcoin, there's a record of it. But if you go buy something with gold, that can be a private transaction, a true private transaction. Bitcoin can never be that. Bitcoin may be able to be decentralized, but it's not really able to be private. And it also costs a tremendous amount of electricity to maintain the infrastructure. Not to say that gold mining and everything doesn't require a lot of energy for that infrastructure, but like when you look at AI, yes, it can process, but it costs a tremendous amount of electricity to process information. And the same is with Bitcoin. Bitcoin is decentralized in a way, but it really taxes the power grid quite a bit. Maybe I should stop at Dollar General and grab a water before if I stop at the Dollar General in Alamo, I might have to turn back around and backtrack. I might as well stop at one of these Dollar Generals on the way, grab the water for the chickens. And then I can just turn right at the light and go give the chickens water and save myself some time. Did I just see a Matrix glitch? I just saw, at the risk of sounding, maybe I saw twins. I saw a black guy with a gray shirt riding a bicycle with shades. Then I saw another black guy with a gray shirt riding a bicycle with shades, one right after the other. And I'm no expert, so I might be mistaken, but they look like the same guy. They look like, I was thinking I was seeing a glitch in the Matrix. I was like, didn't I just see that same exact person twice? But it could be twins. Sometimes twins do that. They do that twinning. I know some adult twins, white dudes in Dawsonville, and they bought the exact same vehicle. They didn't have the exact same wife, but close. So maybe it was just twins dressing alike or something. I tried that coconut water in the can in the gas station. It's got like a young coconut, like a green coconut on the front of it. When I'm like I am right now, when my throat's so dry and it's so hot, if I'm not thirsty, I'm not overheated or dehydrated, it tastes kind of like the milk after you've ate cornflakes or something. But if you're really dehydrated and you're really overheated, it tastes different. It just tastes so good to drink coconut water when you're dehydrated. I'm not saying it's good for you. I think it might be a diuretic. I've never had trouble with it, but I think I heard that on the movie Castaway. Not like that's a reference for, like a good reference and tool for accurate information. But I don't know, coconut just tastes so much better when you're dehydrated. When you're overheated, it's just so much better. I saw this, I guess it was a serving plate at the landfill, and it was absolutely beautiful. It was some kind of green stone marble pattern in it. I don't know if it was jade. I don't know if it was marble. I don't know what it was. It had silver handles and it like maybe some kind of green gemstone or something. And it was like cracked. It was just thrown out in the landfill. And I bet at one time or another that was probably extremely expensive. Might still be valuable. I almost grabbed it, but I was like, nah. I just left it there. I was about to start picking up and talking about what I was talking about in this morning's live stream, but I just don't think I can do it. I'm going to make a video, a memorial video, but I can't do it yet. I got to prepare myself because I ain't about to start trying to talk about that and crying while I'm on camera. I ain't about to do that shit. But I've been saying I've been going to do some bee videos, and I still have not done the beekeeping videos. And I'm sorry that I still haven't done the beekeeping videos, but they are coming. So long as the Lord wills keep me alive, I will start making the beekeeping videos and get back on the nature videos too. You know, I think it's probably just better for me to, instead of me getting on live and ranting about personal problems or politics or everything, it'd probably be better for me to keep my channel focused on nature videos and farming videos and stuff like that. But I don't know, there's something about going live that is just addictive. I don't know what it is about it. You know, I had to catch myself a few times and not let it like take up too much of my time with Brittany, because I was just like, I don't know, I was just starting to go live at times I shouldn't be going live. Just, and I understand why some people do it, because they got so many people in the comment sections, so many people watching and everything. But I'll go live and have 0 people watching or 1 or 2 people, and I'm still addicted to it. I wasn't, but I think I'm getting addicted to just going live for no reason. And it's just asking questions about my own psychology, like, why am I doing this? Like, God. In Glenwood now. It was like a few times some people have cautioned me. They're like, you don't really need to be letting the whole world know where you work, where you live, where you at, and then having controversial opinions on things at the same time. Calling out police corruption at the same time. And the more I think about it, the more they're right, really. I'm kind of being stupid, I guess. But I don't know. I guess I just have like a false sense of safety. I just don't really feel like it's gonna, I don't know. I just don't really feel like it's gonna be worth it for anybody to come after me. Not really. I'll probably be just fine, you know. I'm kind of in the middle of nowhere. And there's plenty of other people with a much larger audience that would be targeted before me, or so I would think. And that's where there's like this tricky balancing game. Because if I talk about things, and some of the things I've already talked about too early, really, it's almost a suicide your channel. There's certain things that if I talk about, my channel will get canceled before I can really tell that many people. So I can play it safe, try to grow my channel with a lot of people, and then say the things that will get me canceled. But then, I mean, the channel's not interesting. I'm censoring myself for no reason. I don't know. I just don't think I'm gonna be able to really grow that big of a channel before, I think if my channel was to blow up, certain videos would be found out about and then get me canceled. That's kind of what I think. I'm really curious. I just wonder sometimes how some people get canceled and some people don't. Because I had attempted to talk about certain issues in the past, and every channel and social media just got canceled. And so at the time I was like, well, if I get canceled all the time, why isn't Nick canceled? Why isn't a lot of people, Benjamin, why are all these people not canceled? But then they got canceled, and then I realized the reason I didn't get canceled back in the day, I was getting canceled when I had a small channel. I don't know why they didn't get canceled right away. Maybe because YouTube needed people who brought in more views and stuff. But then something changed recently. It's about the time Cat Williams was talking about the truth coming out and everything. Something changed where they started letting you say more without canceling you. And it happened everywhere. It didn't just happen on Facebook. It happened on YouTube as well. It happened on all the social media platforms. All of a sudden, they still censor, of course, but all of a sudden, the social media platforms relaxed and they let people talk about stuff that used to they wouldn't let you talk about. And it's really got me wondering what's going on. I think Louisiana banned chemtrails or something. I don't know. I'm not even going to talk about it. I don't know much about it. I just saw a headline. I didn't have much time to look at my phone, but when we were going to the landfill and stuff and I was riding in the truck, I looked at my phone. I saw some stuff on Facebook. Nothing really new to talk about, and I'm not really going to talk about any of that because it's basically the same thing over and over again. I guess I'll go off on a little bitty rant. I don't think you can have a high civilization and build a high civilization if you're always arguing with and trying to compromise with your polar opposite. Now, I don't think that you can build a great civilization that doesn't question the mainstream narrative or doesn't allow dissent, because you could be wrong. The majority could be wrong and going in the right direction, and there needs to be the ability for someone to say something contrary and other voices be heard. So I'm not saying just have a one-party system and suppress all the. I ain't saying all that, but I really don't think that conservatives and neo-Marxists are compatible. They're not culturally compatible, and I don't think they can share a nation or build a nation together. Eventually, there's going to have to be some kind of political purge or civil war or something. Or because you can't really just have a nation where half of the nation is the host and half of the nation is a parasite on the host. It's sort of what kind of situation we're developing into. And it's not sustainable. So either there will be some kind of breakdown of that social contract, or just given enough time with debt and below replacement birth rates, it'll either go out in a boom or just fizzle out and go away. But it isn't sustainable. And I don't know if our system is really worth saving. It's a great system. It's probably the best system in the world. I'm not disputing that. But it was founded by a bunch of people who sort of had this idea to talk things out with rational people. And it was kind of assumed that people would be reasonable and rational, and it worked while people had that culture. But now, with the rise of assassination culture, I don't think, and this was a problem a long time before now, I mean, people have been advocating for political violence since the 60s, and even before then, there's been several instances. I gotta get something to drink. I'm so glad I'm in Alamo. I forgot to stop at Glenwood at that dollar store and get some water. I might just buy some water for a little bit more money at the gas station so I ain't got to drive as far and just turn around and water the chickens. I think yesterday I was going to come give them some more water at night, but then it got too dark. And they might have water. It's just I don't know for sure how much water they drink. And you cannot let chickens run out of water at all. That's a bad idea. You don't want anything to run out of water. It's just like some people they make a lot of comparisons with us in Rome, but they kind of jump the gun a little too early, But maybe because, like, if you look at the political climate before Sulla come to power, or between Sulla and Julius Caesar, none of our political violence or none of our protests are at that scale of conflict. We don't really have. It is escalating, but it's not really at that level yet. But I mean, it could change that way very fast. I forget what country it is. So I think a Southeastern Asian country or something, Nepal, or was it Nepal above India? It might not have been Southeast Asian. I don't remember which country. One of them Asian countries banned social media, cracked down on what they were calling disinformation. And the teenagers were like, "You're taking away free speech." And they rioted and burnt down government buildings and forced the prime minister to step down and everything. So you never know, like America's a powder keg, I think. And you never know what might ignite it. But some people are saying that this recent woman has been stabbed to death and Charlie Kirk are going to ignite the flames of revolution. I highlighted it. I think people will sit on their couch, get on their phone and argue. I don't really think you got to take action to have any kind of revolution. And I think all the people that you would want to lead a revolution are smart enough to not want one and not want a civil war. And not, if it does get provoked, it's probably going to be provoked by the worst elements of society, not the best. But I think people have been asleep. That woman getting stabbed on the bus, you just heard about it. That's happening all the time. It's extreme amount of black on white crime, but the media only wants to really focus on the opposite. So people's view of what's going on is very skewed. But we have the victims and their death certificates and the stats. So